Hey guys, it's nice to be seeing you again. So here's something interesting I want to tackle. Now, if you know from Eco Lifestyle, which I'm going to be honest is a very underrated pack, there are lots in the game where you can vote to turn the space in either to a community garden, marketplace, or makerspace in the game. Now, there are three lots for this, but however, I feel like these aren't the three I would make these lots. So I want to show off one of those ideas. So here we are in Evergreen Harbor, and the world is already still super glitched. They still haven't fixed that. This is my favorite world, by the way, so it's really nice when everything looks just so bad. Why can't they fix Evergreen Harbor? This is my favorite world. Anyway, so we're here at Sprucewood Square. So if you didn't know, this will allow you to change it into one of these three. Now, here's the thing. When I look at Sprucewood Square, I don't see any of these. Instead, I see a park. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to turn this space into what I believe would be its renovated version if the city voted to have it cleaned up. So let's get this thing figured out. Let's turn this place into a nice little park. I'm not limiting packs, by the way. This is just a renovation. So this building is meant to be the bathroom. Want to see the inside? This is the weirdest bathroom design I've ever... This still makes me upset that we don't have stalls in base game. Why don't we have stalls and urinals in base game? Like, I feel like this should be just a thing. I don't like having to make unisex bathrooms. I sometimes want to make a generic bathroom for men and women. That's just how I work. That's how I build. That's just all my builds. So we're also going to fix that. So I think what first would help benefit is if it were just a square. If we were to simply just remove everything and turn it into a square. Like so. I think that's the first step to making this building look a little better. Then I want to raise it. You'll see why we're doing this here in a second. But this is personally going to help this place look better. Now, the wall layout in here stinks. It's just bad. There we go. I think that's a good first start. Why? Can we raise this? Oh, it is medium wall height. Well, that's interesting. Well, it still doesn't look bad, so we're going to keep it that way. Because my plan is, I want this to be relatively small, but still have a good amount of space. Because, see, we're going to split it down. We're going to do it like this, like we're going to have it in. We're going to have a split down the middle. See what I mean? It's a much nicer shape, and it feels more appropriate, rather than that really weird build. There we go. That's already looking much better, looking more like something that you would see in a park. Now, it's time for the actual bathrooms themselves. So how this is going to work is you'll basically come in, and then there will be a bathroom to your left, and a bathroom to your right. Now, I do wish there was an easier way, like, because when you have the walls down in gameplay, it's really hard, like, watch. Bad example, but usually when you have the walls down, it's not that easy to see the inside and see the door. Like, you can't see what's what. So I try to put something that would indicate which bathroom is for who. That's just how I work. We need some windows at the back so people know this is a bathroom. Because I want to make sure we have windows, but I also don't want to make sure they're too big, or else things get a little weird. It still bothers me, though, that we never got a urinal. Like, we haven't gotten a urinal. Like, Sims 4 really is the weirdest game out of the franchise. Like, I just don't understand. So the thing I've been adding all to my public lots because, well, it's a new thing, is I've been making sure to add these changing tables. Because let's face it, parents need this. Whoever's going to the bathroom, parents need it. They need to be able to change their kid's diaper. It's easier for them, it's easier for everyone else. There we go. Pretty simple design. Now, I know there's something I also include in my lots a lot. Let me see if I can find them. And the soap dispenser, because these are two things you would commonly find in public restrooms. So I also love their design. I wish these were actually functional. See, pretty basic bathroom design, nothing crazy, just to make sure people have, like, just something to go to. We're also going to do the same thing in this bathroom. Add pretty similar design. You know, I'm kind of tempted to put a couch in the female restroom. There's this whole joke with us guys, and just everybody in general, that because it's always that the female restroom is nicer than the men's. Which, I've never been inside a female restroom. Good thing I haven't, because if I would, that would be weird. Now, what we should do is, people will, I assume Simmers, knowing them, they'll know this is a bathroom. I mean, they'll be able to see inside, but I'm more referring to the idea, like, you'll be like, where's the bathroom? And you look and go, oh, there's there's the bathroom. You know what I mean? All right, now we got a bunch of more things we gotta do. So obviously we gotta design this area. We got a lot of like, kind of just things we gotta do to make this place look good. Now, the garden area, it's a pretty decent size. I'm not complaining about this. I also love the rounded corners. I do want to keep that essence within the park. But this is also an eco-lifestyle park. So it's going to be modern, so we do need to, well, obviously add some modern things to this. The only issue I'm really having is I'm not sure what we want to put surrounding the playground area. We could try something like this, but it doesn't have like the same sort of vibe I like. Then there is an interesting idea I have, but don't know how well it would work. So we'll have to try. Now this playground I think would be perfect for this area. Just a little kids playground. Like this kind from oh, what's its name? Oh my gosh, why am I actually forgetting the name of that pack? It's not a bad pack, it's just I'm forgetting the name. What was it called? Oh my gosh. I cannot remember it. Adventure awaits. That's it. I think this would be the best playground to work with here because it just has a lot of different things to it that are really nice. Yeah, I think this is a great addition to this kind of park area because I feel like it adds more. Like, it adds something nice that people like. It's a very big playground equipment, but this should be worth it. Just need to find a place for these monkey bars, because as you can tell, this thing takes up a pretty decent amount of space. I wish it didn't, but it does. There we go, now they fit. I'm also going to make a little sand pit, just because, well, that's good playground items. Now as for this planting around here, so we can get some plants in here. I wanted to add these wind turbines because they provide, because this is Evergreen Harbor, so it is about being eco-friendly, being nice to the environment. So these add a little more, like, you know, a little fun to the playground, and also, like, it feels like it's also kind of educational to the kids, like teaching them more about, like, take care of your environment. There are some ways you can do that, like, and also, it's good to generate, it doesn't have to generate, like, all the electricity, even if we want to make, like, a little storyline being that this little device generates all the electricity needed for the playground. See how that looks? Like a nice little playground area with all the plants life and all that. I feel like it just adds so much in a good way to make this look better. Not to mention, we can also add, like, some really cool, like, small designs to the buildings to make this feel more eco, even better on the roof. We can add some solar panels to, again, enhance the eco-friendliness of this specific lot. Like so, there. All nice, all clean, makes it look good. The fountain raises on the ground, weirdly enough. Like, can I not raise this up? Oh, I can't. That's weird. I accidentally had pool selected. Well, no biggie. We can still work with this. So the terrain cannot change because the terrain's the problem. Again, no problem. We can work with that. I'll just paint the terrain. And there is this really nice modern water feature. Here it is. That I think fits the aesthetic of this town, this world, very well. See how it's like very postmodern, very like designer. See, that looks really nice, having this little fountain in the middle of the park. I do want to add a little bit more plants, though, to make this look better. We do not have any benches that came with Eco Lifestyle, so we're just going to go with a very stereotypical park bench. I feel like that's the most appropriate thing to do. See, I think that looks really nice. Adds a little bit more detail, adds a little more finesse, a little bit more fun. There, we add those bushes to add a little bit more detail over there on that side of the park. Because again, since this is an eco-friendly park, the biggest thing we're going to need is we're going to need a lot of different flora and fauna to really make this feel like it's a park all about maintaining the environment and helping clean things up. There we go, add some nice decoration, a lot of nice like little sitting areas and features. Now we do need some chess tables, so I think we can easily put them on this side of the park. Now we're still going to have a focus on flora and fauna over here, but there's also going to be food. Like, you're going to have a lot of food stuff you can do over here. So I was thinking we could add these base game vending machines. I would love to put a massive tree like this here, but it's kind of big. We could put a much smaller one. Oh, wait. We need to put the evergreen in Evergreen Harbor, don't we? Where's an evergreen? That's a pine tree. That's Norway spruce. Here we go. We gotta put the evergreen in Evergreen Harbor. I don't care what the Sims wiki says. This being themed after Oregon, if anything, Washington, Oregon is more werewolves. This feels more like it is themed after Michigan. Evergreen Harbor feels like it's in Michigan. Not to mention the fact there's a literal town. There's a little song from this pack in the Americana music called Michigan. So don't tell me this is not a Michigan themed or base city. Because this, other than the mountains, this looks like your standard Michigan pier town. Carve out a little spot here for some more plants. Can you guess that I love the plants? Again, this is supposed to be Evergreen. Again, name is Evergreen Harbor. It makes sense to have a lot of plants. Now, here's something interesting. So this is something that's interesting, but I also hate. You'll see why I hate it. So you see this little lip right here? You can actually add chairs here, which, again, reason why it's good? Well, we can add chairs. That's nice. Reason why it's bad? Why is this not on any pre-built things? Why do we have to place them? We'll put a little shaded area over here where you have some grills at the ready. I know it's clipping a little bit, but come on, it looks so good. A few more small evergreens to make this feel like it's actually an Evergreen Harbor Park. And I think we've done it. I think we fixed up Evergreen Harbor's little Spruce Wood Square into a nice, cute little park to take your Sims. This obviously is perfect for just everything eco lifestyle. Because just, I mean, look at this thing. Look how beautiful this little park turned out to be. I do want to see if there's anything else we could possibly change or update. You know what? You can also sell your stuff here. If you have some collectibles or things you want to sell. Adds a little bit to that makerspace idea people like. Like, well, the Sims like it. I'm not personally the biggest fan of it, but you can like it. Then there are picnic tables outside of it if you want to eat. But because it might rain, you can sit under here and be dry. Yeah, I think we've done it. I think we've renovated it and turned this place into a nice little park. There you guys go. It is on my gallery, free to download. Can we just talk about, though, how awesome it looks? Anyway, I think that's a good place to wrap up. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video for more videos to see and subscribe to my channel if you are new. I do all kinds of content here for Sims, including build, reviews, gameplay, and news, so you can keep up to date on everything. If you would like me to renovate the other 2 lots in this game, please tell me so by hitting the like button. You can tell me whether you want me to do the one in the harbor or the one in the neighborhood. All I know is I have at least one idea for one of them. But personally, I think this looks a lot better than some of the community spaces. If you want other content from me, here on my other channel, garrwolf. It is my main gaming channel where I not just play games, but I also stream there. So check that out. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye!